Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I thought we would do something with some of these bags I have laying around. And we've all seen these little sweet bags, candy bags, little white ones. And I know Hobby Lobby carries them. I'm not sure about Michael's, but I figured we would do something with one of these. So, we all end up with needing to give gift cards. And why spend, because the last gift card I bought, they wanted $2.99 for a little gift card holder. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm cheap. I just don't see spending that extra money. At least not when I can make something that's going to look 100 times better. So we're going to start with our little sweets bag here. And we're going to fold it. Because I have an old gift card here. I'll make sure we get about something that will definitely hold it, be wide enough. I'm going to crease it there, find my bone folder. Then we'll come down all my sides. Give that a really good crease. And then I want this part to come over this way. So that's going to be our little flap. So we're sort of making it like a book. So when we open it up, we know we have enough room for the gift card here. We can have a little tuck for a message here. We can have another little one here that says who it's from or whatever, but this is what we're starting with. Now, I want to see where's my, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and get this one all inked up, because then I don't have to worry about it in the end. And coming back and doing it. I want that edge. I'm not worried if I go over, because most of it's going to be covered anyway. I'm going to turn this fold in and turn this one in so I can get those creases. So that's that side. Turn it back around, set my folds. Then we'll do the outside. Goes top. Get that end. We'll get this side. And then hit those folds. Oh, that didn't go too good there. Can't really see much there. Okay, where's my little thing there? Alright, so we're down to here. I'll set that aside. Now what we want to do is, in order for the gift card to fit here, we're going to need to make a pocket. So again, I'm just using the pile of scraps that's on my desk, and just going to measure this just by sight. That's it. So I'm going to come down a little farther than what I need, because you have, with pockets like this, they need to have some depth to them, or some width into the pocket. And if you just glue all the way around, it's really not going to hold that well. I mean, the gift card could rip, it could, or the pocket could rip, it could come out. And that's the last thing you want to do, give somebody a gift card and there'd be nothing in there. So, I'm going to make my first fold here. And as you see, I'm really not measuring anything. This is just doing it as we see. I come in on this side. That's good enough. And then, of course, we have to be able to put that in there, so we're going to need a bottom. And this is our pocket. Oh, there it is. So, I'm going to set my creases, just like that. Then open it up, and I'm going to come here and notch these corners, because I don't really want a lot of bulk in here. Take that one off. And then take that one out. Those in the trash. Hit this with the dauber. Now, I want a notch in here. And I really don't feel like moving everything out of the way to get to my hole punch. So, oops, sorry about that. I have a washer. It's just a plain metal washer. And this will actually give me two holes. I've got an inside and an outside. So, it's just something I found in my desk. You know, we always find weird things in our desk. Sort of center it as best we can. Come in there and draw that around. And then all I'm going to do is cut it out, following right on top of that line. And it's not going to be the best half circle, but it works. And if you leave a little pencil mark on there, don't worry. When you ink it, it'll end up going away. Now, my tape. And I'm going to tape close to the edge here. And where's Jack? Do that one. Come along the bottom here. And then the last one here. Now, you'll notice that there's room between my tape and the fold. And there's a reason for that. I've had tape, after, you know, a short time, actually come off of, or have the pocket fall off when it's just been taped. So, tape come up there. I like to back it up with some glue. Pull that one off. Now, what I'm going to do is fold my sides in first. And then I'm going to bring that bottom up. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep the bottom, or it open so that you don't snag on that bottom lip there. So far it's worked. In theory it works. Now I'm going to come right here with, and this is just regular clear glue. And you notice I'm getting right up under there because the tape is all the way over there to the edge. Oh, wait a minute. I did not. I can't believe I missed that. I forgot to back that. So, all I'm going to do here is set this and then come along and just tear that one side. If you have a little bit, that glue's not going to dry right offhand. And I don't need it to come all the way down, so I can trim off a lot of this bottom here. And then come in here with this. Let's ink right quick. Pull out the Fabri-Tac because I don't want this to be, to start to puff up and wrinkle. All around the edges. Ah! My finger got stuck. And then we'll put this right here, because I wanted something behind here. Pick that up. My glue's still wet. Yeah. And then I will set that there. Because see, now you've got that all behind there. But also, that glue is going to hold the edges down, and that tape is going to help hold it all in place. So that when I put, what did I do with the one I was using? This is just an old one I had from Christmas. Put that in. See how I've got room there? And it's not all flat. And some cards, you know, not all cards are the same. Some can be bigger, some are smaller. It all depends on the store. So, I have that. Now, I don't think I want that to stay just like that. So, what have I got here? I could actually put that there. So what I want to do here is I'm going to lay that right there, fix this where it needs to be. You know, just hold it there and press. Because this is just copy-weight paper, and it will give you an indentation, I'm not even sure it's showing up on the camera, of where you need to draw and cut. So, I'll lay that right, well, if I can see it. Lay that right back there. And I had a pencil here somewhere. Just draw around that and cut that out. Okay. Easy peasy. And that will probably need to be a little bit bigger. Okay, I can see I didn't have it quite on. So, I'll just do it again. Come down a little farther. It usually works, but it's not going to work today because I am filming it. And it wants to be contrary-wise. But that's okay. At least with me making the mistakes, here you can see what not to do. It's a little wide, but that'll work. Need to trim some off the bottom. Come up here and give it a nice little trim. And it's not exact, but it will work. Because this is just for demonstration. Get the X out of the way. And well, that does, oh my gosh, now that I inked it, it does look so bad. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to do it. So, at least, you know, and that happens. Mistakes happen in what we do. Okay. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to try this the other way. Although it's probably not going to work either. How far down did I come? So what I'm going to do, let me see if I can get this figured out for us so that we both know what to do in the future. I'm going to put a mark on that. And then come around here and line that up there with the mark. and then draw it out. Let's see if this works better. If it doesn't, you know how to do it. You don't have to make the same mistake I did. Oh, it may help if I could. I don't even know why. I know I can't cut straight. Needs to be just a little wider. Right in there and a touch here. But the depth is okay. Not perfect, but I'm going to go with it. It will do. Well, now my paper's too short. I'm about ready to give up. I am just about ready to give up. But I'm not going to throw that piece away, or the other piece, because I will end up using them for something else. So, let's just go through the old-fashioned way. I am going to just tear off pieces and decoupage them on. And we will go that way. That seems like about the best way for me right now. I'm not going to do that side. What do I... Let's do the glue. The stick glue. Yeah, because it worked out so nice the way I did it the other way. But I decorated the pocket before I put it on. And I was thinking, oh, well, I can just wait. Well, evidently not. We see that makes a big faux pas. Tear that section off there. Now, I'm come in here and just put glue all on the rest of it. We went down one side where the tear the other side off here. We'll come down there. And I'm not worrying about inking it right now. So from here, I think what I'm going to do, I think, I still have strips. And I'm just going to lay down strips across there. Leave one just a tad longer. Over to here. Put more glue down. You see, even a mistake, and boy was that a mistake that I did, can be fixed. Might ink this up a little bit, because this we can use as a label. You can put someone's name on it. That would work. Get the rest of the glue stick off. Okay, so now we can use that for, for putting, whoever we're giving it to, and stick their name on there. Now, come down the sides. Do I have something in here that length? That may end up going good back there. I do have more of this pink that I could put here. Oh, and it's just right, I think. Come down here and I'm going to cut this part. Cut straight across. Put the lid on things, or else I will have glue everywhere. That. my Fabri-Tac on here. That's got that part matted. And then like in here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this under here. So this needs to cut here. Link this part up. And again, put glue on here. If I can get it to come out. This just has not been my day. I think if anything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong today. Move that down just a bit where that glue sets. There. Good enough. I like that. Now for this side, do I want to do the same? No, that's not wide enough. We need something that's going to be wide enough. I do have this. Don't know if that would go very good with it. I seem to be running out of pieces of paper. Oh, here's one I haven't used yet. Do I? Or do I want... I thought I had a piece of pink down here somewhere. Got a piece of dyed pink. What if we did that? Oh, I like that better. So, we'll do this way. We'll set that down. And then all I'm going to do is bring my ruler over. Find the edge of that and keep your fingers crossed. Yes, it tore right. Ah, something has gone right for once today. Come down here and tear that part off. Now, because this is a light color paper, I definitely want to ink around the edges. And then this will go right here. But because this is a bigger one, I think instead of just the Fabri-Tac, I'm going to add add tape to the sides. Maybe I should just go back to bed and start over. But, no, I'm already up. And I've already had coffee, so no going back to bed. Not that coffee keeps me up. I've had a double espresso and still gone to bed and sleep like a baby. Alright, burnish that down. And then come in here because it's real thin, and I just peel that off. And then the Fabri-Tac in the middle. And I want to do it this way. I'll set that down. And voila. Alright, there, oops, no, let's do this, because I don't want that left open. We're just going to make this a tuck spot. One, put that down and push it towards the outside. So, now we've got a tuck spot, And now we've got the outside. So if this is, okay, so it's this way up, right? Yeah. All I need to find is a piece big enough to work here. And I may not have it. I may have to piece it together. I do like that there. Your inside doesn't necessarily have to be the same paper as your outside. You know, mix and match. Is that right enough? Oh, I do like that. Don't have enough for the centerpiece. What would I put for the center? Ooh, it's definitely not right. So, let's go back with my first impression. We'll do our polka dots, because I do like the polka dots. Like I said, this is mainly just to show you how it's done. You can pick and choose your paper. I'm just picking and choosing because I've got these scraps on my desk and they have got to be used. That side's not cut straight. This side is cut straight. Set that there and there. And good, I tore that straight. Seems like I can tear better than anything else. Then maybe I'm going for it. I'm going for it anyway. Like I said, this is just to show you how it's done. And there. Now, right quick, come in here and ink these. It only takes a moment. And you see how quick and easy these are? And like I said, this is just from scraps, things I had laying around. Ooh, on my desk. I kind of like that side too. I like that side better than I do that side. So, we'll do this. But I've got to use up my scraps. I have way too many laying around. I had my... Oh. So, they've got to be used. Because if I can't use them, then the rule is they gotta go. And I just hate letting go of paper. When just a, you know, all I need is a little bit. And you can usually find that little bit in your scraps. Now the paper I'm using tonight is just regular copyweight paper. I don't want to add bulk to this by adding any type of cardstock. I'm going to do this anyway. Just because I did the other two. That one down, put that down there. And that's done. I'm hoping that before the end of the month I can at least get through all of my copyweight paper scraps. That's what I'm hoping for. But we'll see how far that goes. But I'm not that far off. Where did I put it? Alright, so there's one. I'll glue all these together or down at the same time. There goes number 2. Maybe. Yep. And number 3. One side. 2 sides. Okay, now for the glue. This doesn't need much, just down the center. That is a little too long. Oh no, oh no, oh no. So, before I do anything else, I'm going to trim and ink. So even cutting things, by not cutting them off, doesn't mean we can't come in and fix. Just do it before we lay anything down. My glue coming out. I'm hoping to get new lighting in here soon. Hoping. It's in the plans, but we just haven't gotten to that part yet. We had to, starting the first of the year, we had to start doing a major remodel. And as some of my subscribers know, that there was several months I could not even get in here, much less to film, because the whole wall, the one that sits in front of me, the outside of it had to come off and get completely redone. Okay, base part is done. So now, that turned out kind of cute. I like that. But we're not going to leave it there. So even if, let's just say pretend, we have our gift card in here. Let that pop up. We've got that there. And somewhere I had a few tags here. That one's got a hole. This one doesn't have a hole. Where's my puncher? So I don't know if I'm going to use all of these or what. Does that have? Oh, that already punched out. Cool, cool. But this will give you an idea of what to do. Now see, I intentionally picked out tags that I knew had some writing space on it, so that if you wanted to write a little message to the person or well wishes or whatever, you have a space. I'll do these two also. Oh, that's a double-sided one. I did not realize that. Where's the other one I had? Right here. Oh, that's got a pretty design on the back too. Cool beans. Okay. Now, we need some... I've got seam binding and seam binding and a piece of sari silk. So, what have we got? We're going to save the long piece here. And maybe we'll use a piece of this. Ooh, it's all stuck on there. Means I'm going to have to clean my scissors. Now, I'll just fold this in half. And I did cut it kind of on the short side. See, I want this one on here. So, I'm going to pull it through with my tweezers, holding my ends together. Reach through that hole with my tweezers, grab the ends, and pull it through. just like that. Alright, so there's one. Let's use a piece of this. I think I'll use this one on this side. This one should be big enough. I should not have any problems getting this one in. Put those through there. May have to trim that a bit. That is a little on the long side. And then we have these two, which will take just regular seam binding. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a double. And I'm going to, yeah, we'll do the writing part on the inside. Oh, well, I'm definitely going to need my tweezers here. Pull that through. Grab my ends. Stick that through the hole. Grab the ends with my tweezers and pull them through. So now we've got a little secret place to write. We can stick that one in there, just like that. Then on the outside, you see if you wanted to put a little note in there with the card, you've got that. You've got this one here that you can stick right in here for the to close up. I'm going to move that up a little bit. And see, I wanted to tie it up with this one. This looks a bit better. So there it is. I'm going to hold this closed with a clothespin, because for me it's easier to tie that way. And I think I'm going to cut to here. Pull my ends up. Well, maybe. And then just tie a bow. Just like that. Still looks a little plain. What have we got in here? In our flower box. Oh, let's see. Do I have... Oh, I've got a couple of little leaves here. Yeah. Let me move this down some. And no, that doesn't look right. Yeah, we'll do a double layer flower. Nice and quick. Easy embellishment. Put that part there. And then we'll come in with a tinier one for the middle. Just like that. And I think that turned out really nice. So it's a nice little place to keep for a gift card to give to someone. And it doesn't take too much work. Well, it took a little bit of work, but if you're going to give someone a gift card, it's really worth it. And I've used these before because I've got another one here that I did. And I'll show you this one. This has just a little blue flower with a leaf. And it held a Michael's gift card and a little place to write a note. And that's how this one turned out. I thought that was kind of nice to get. But I'm on a spending freeze, so Michael's gift card doesn't do me too good at the moment. But they don't expire. So when I'm done with my freeze, I'll have me a little spending spree. So this is when we did on camera. This was the one that I had earlier that I made for my gift card. And I just think they're cute. And all out of a simple paper bag and some scraps. That's it. So if you like what you see here, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and come back because we are doing the Art Card August challenge. And whatever, I forgot what day it was. Today is, well, the 17th. So we've done 17 so far. I should know that. And we've got, tomorrow's the 18th. Number 18 is coming up, so stay tuned. Click that subscribe button so you'll be notified for the rest of August and for any of my upcoming videos. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Bye, guys.